when I would be sitting in class in school, they would be telling me things, and I'm like, yo, I learned this months ago. I learned this.
I seen a YouTube video.
Video. I already know, but like, when am I gonna learn something more? That's how I always felt. Like, when am I gonna really start making progress? And I didn't feel that way ever until like I took it upon myself to really lock in and, you feel me, like learn everything I could.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Light Up Podcast, man. Today we already know you got the host Jeff in the building,
D Lover in the building,
and who we got?
Yeah, we got Saint Nick in the building.
Damn, guys, we got Saint Nick in the building today. So I want to ask you guys, yo, how's your guys' day going today? It's 420.
Let's start with the guests. Let's start with the guests.
All right, it's 420. You feel me? It's been chill. Pretty good day. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
You already smoked or what? What's up?
Yeah, of course. You know I had to. I had to earlier.
How you like your shit rolled? How you like it rolled?
How I like it rolled? What you mean, like with
how you roll your blunt? Yeah.
I mean, I do it the old fashioned way to me is raw papers, grabber, classic.
That's
New
it.
York, you feel me?
I do it the same way. I
think everybody's doing that nowadays.
To be honest,
that's the wave right now. Papers and grabber.
Well, not me, man. I don't smoke actually.
Oh, you don't smoke.
Yeah, I don't smoke.
So you on Light Up Podcast and you don't smoke?
But let me tell you something.
Nobody asked them that question
that's
today.
crazy. Nobody asked me that. No, for real. Nah, I don't smoke, man. I don't know.
Nah, I respect it.
It's not my thing, man.
Yeah, I respect it. It's not for everybody. You feel me? Like, at the end of the day, it's for whoever that vibe is for.
Nah, word.
That's a fact. But my 420, it was calm too. You know, I went to Got Them Buzz. Shout out to Got Them Buzz.
Shout
and
out to
our pops, J Don. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Puma was there from Black Ink. He was, promoting his
dope.
strain, and it was pretty dope. I rated it. It was 10 out of 10.
Fire.
You feel me? We trying to get some souffle soon. You get what I'm saying? But hopefully they come to New York soon.
Shout out to Jans, man. Turn me up.
You already
That's
know.
where we at right now, guys. Tune in.
So today, usually we have people who's in front of the camera, but today we have the man that's always behind the camera. So that's interesting, yo. How you went about it? Like, what made you want to become a videographer, photographer?
Yeah. So a lot of people ask me this question, and the best way I could like answer it is like I just gravitated towards like the camera gear and editing and all that stuff. Like, just being young, growing up, watching YouTube and all this stuff, watching all these people come up making videos and doing all this stuff, and then it's funny you mentioned it to me off camera, but even watching people like Cole Bennett and stuff like that, just inspiration for me. And I always like wanted to do something different, but I didn't know what path I would go down. And it just like ultimately when it came down to me thinking about it and making decisions, it just makes sense. You feel me? Like, it was just something I was passionate about at that point.
Yeah.
And I didn't see myself doing anything else basically.
And what time period was that for you?
I would say like right after like high school and shit, when you're in college and think about it and stuff. So like I went to college for a few years and like 2 years, and I didn't really.
What college you went to?
I went to Hunter, but I didn't graduate. Yeah.
Okay.
So I will put that out there. I did not graduate. I just went for 2 years, but I went for film, and I didn't really like. I just found myself learning more outside of school rather than in school, and I just ultimately I thought it was a waste of time. Like, if I get a degree, I'm not gonna be able to show that to no artist and be like, yo, book me. You feel me? Like,
that's a fact.
Like, at the end of the day, is work. You feel me? Like, people want to see work. People want to see what you could do. So the thought process behind it was, instead of investing all this time in school and stuff, just, you feel me, invest that time in building the business, and invest the time in putting the work in, the effort, and getting like the quality out there.
All right, that's what's up, man. I like that. I like that story because like it speaks to a lot of people who want to do things, but they just don't go ahead for it,
Yeah.
So you took that risk. You say, fuck this school shit right now. Let me just.
Yeah,
that's what's up. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but that's life, and if you hear a lot of people's stories, that's usually how it starts. Like, making that decision. Like, one day, like, yo, I gotta do something like for myself outside of this.
That's what's up. So how many years what do you say you've been in this industry? Like, with the videography and photography?
That's a tough question. I would say I've been messing around with cameras and doing stuff like this for about 10 years. The industry, like as a business, I say I've been around for maybe about 4 years.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Damn. And what are some of the challenges you came across in this industry?
Yeah, I mean, it's really the same challenges in most industries that people trying to be successful at. Like, in terms of opening a business, starting a business, it's like, obviously, when you start out, you're not gonna have the clientele, so that's definitely the struggle at first. Not having the clientele, acquiring the camera gear, just putting my name out there. I guess that's basically what difficulties I had to go through. But I feel like everybody has to go through that. You feel me? No matter what you're doing, whether you're making music, whether you're doing camera stuff, whatever you're doing, like, it's always a struggle to get started.
Instagram.
But once you get started, it's like, you feel me? Like, it all builds.
Got you. So you said you was also learning more outside of school than when you was going to school.
Yeah.
So what were some of the tools that you used to learn?
Yeah, so people ask me this all the time, and everybody knows this, but like YouTube,
I'm telling you, YouTube is the new school.
Listen, man, YouTube has a tutorial on anything. It don't matter if it's how to film something, how to do this, how to do that. You can find just about anything on YouTube. And being young and being in this generation, that's something I picked up really quickly. So it just made sense. Like, it wasn't even a second thought. It was just like, I was already on my own time just watching these videos on YouTube on how to do this, how to do that. And when I would be sitting in class in school, they would be telling me things, and I'm like, yo, I learned this months ago. I learned this.
I seen a YouTube video.
I already know, but like, when am I gonna learn something more? That's how I always felt. Like, when am I gonna really start making progress? And I didn't feel that way ever until like I took it upon myself to really lock in and, you feel me, like, learn everything I could.
That's what's up.
So I also noticed, right, before I even get into that, like, what are your step process to, like, how you go about editing and all that stuff? Because I've seen some of your bodies of work. And before
Which is fire. Check it out on YouTube.
Yeah,
man.
I appreciate you guys.
We're gonna tag it on the YouTube account. For real. Find it, for real, man.
Just search side by Saint Nick, you can see a bunch of videos. So
before even talking
you might
about,
have shot your favorite artist, you don't even know.
That's
I have a few under the wing, but we'll get there.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The work don't stop. The hustle don't stop. But before I even ask you the question of what's your process of how you go about your editing and stuff, one thing I noticed, it so happens that everybody you've done a video with, even if they're not known, they sound good. Well, at least to my ears too. Yeah. So was that like they picked you picked them, or it was just like a mutual thing? Because you also got a habit of having good artists.
Yeah, nah, you know what? I think that's just life blessing me, to be honest with you, because you could say that and I appreciate that. But I feel like I've worked with so many different types of artists. Yeah. A lot of them were good. A lot of them aren't the best sometimes. Got you. But like I don't handpick who I work with. 9 times out of 10. I'm a person that, like, I take opportunity. Every person that wants to work with me is an opportunity, whether their music is good or not. Because whether it's from a business standpoint or from, a social media standpoint, at the end of the day, like, they're gonna either spread the word or they're gonna book again. And at the end of the day, like, that's all positive stuff.
Got you. Yeah,
so I mean, it's just life. It's just a blessing that I so happen to work with good artists that sound good. You feel me? Like, it just adds to it.
Yeah, and that relates to how we go about it with the podcast too. We see everybody as an opportunity, whether you got a name or not. Like,
you gotta get on the show for real.
Nah, it makes sense. Tell your story.
Yeah. So, how is it that you go about your editing process? Because I've noticed in some of your later videos, there was a lot of like transaction and cuts where you would do certain edits, and then in some of your newer current videos, you kind of like let go of that. Was that a reason, or that was just how the customer wanted it?
So, I mean, to be honest, it's a good question. Honestly, it's a good question because I think about this a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Because to me, a good video is like, I prefer the videos that are a little bit laid back with less effects and less transition and stuff.
Why is that?
Because I grew up watching and like admiring a lot of the commercial work, a lot of the work that are like I used to watch a lot of like hip hop music videos and stuff, and even regular music videos. A lot of them are just, if you pay attention, it just cuts, not nothing special. And you know the whole part of it that is supposed to shine is the quality that you put into the filming, into like the location, the lighting, the thought behind the video. Like you understand? So nowadays there's a trend with all these effects and all these stuff, mostly because like drill videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So I have to do a balance sometimes where I want to do videos 1,000% my way, like clean, no cuts, but at the end of the day I gotta stay relevant. Yeah. So it's a mix of that you seeing. It's a mix of me sometimes being like, yo, fuck it, this shit reminds me. Some certain videos remind me of like an industry video. Yeah. So I have to stick with that. And in my head, I'm like, yo, in my head, this is how this is supposed to look like. Yeah. So that's why I go about it that way. But then sometimes I'm like, you know what? I have that other side of me that is like a viewer who's like, yo, those effects is fire sometimes, you know?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, because I was gonna mention like the effects I seen you do was dope to me, and it was on point with the movement and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of thought that goes into that. But go ahead.
I like that. So I want to ask, when you're making the video, do you direct them?
Yeah. Nine times out of 10, I do direct. Like people usually just come to me with a song. Okay. And they're like, yo, so I have like this idea for this song. Sometimes they have idea for location. Okay. Sometimes they even have a storyline. All right. But yeah, ultimately it is you like 100%. I take your idea and then I bring it to life. Like that's how the way I like to put it.
Damn. So have you ever gone to an artist and they're like, yo, here's a song. I got no idea. Yeah. You're like, let me listen to a few and let's see what could come up. Yeah.
Nah, that happens 9 times out of 10. That's an artist is like, yo, this is a song. You have ideas for locate, for whatever. And I'm like, I got you.
Say that. Because I'm going to ask you a question near the end.
Yeah, go ahead.
Later on, I'm not going to spoil it now. It's too early for the viewers.
See, this is why it's important to have every person, not just the person in front of the camera. Because, look, these are things I would have never thought of or... Like, just hearing you speak about it, that gave me a headache. Like, damn, now you have to think of the location, how you're going to go about it. And that was another question I was...
But I think that's a fun part of the job, though, right? Because, like, you get, like, more control.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like... So, it seems difficult, but, like, this is what I enjoy about it. That it's, like, it's so vague. Like, it's completely up to me. Like, I can sit there. Like, I'm... Like, in a sense, I'm getting paid to sit there and just visualize something. Yeah. And you're trusting me with that. You feel me? So nice. That's how I see it.
You ever bumped into situations where they didn't like the idea you produced for them?
Usually that's not the case.
When you got scared, you hear what I'm saying?
Nah. Because it's true. I'm just speaking of experience. Like I really don't have people complaining often. But I'm not gonna lie. Of course, I have somebody call out once in a while and be like, this edit, I don't think this edit fits, or I don't think, but usually in the moment, everything goes smooth. It's just, I've only had people really like nitpick the editing, but at the end of the day, like, again, editing is something that is so like, you could do so many like things that it's like, I understand, like if I didn't completely capture your vision, because we could always go back and
I think it's the same thing. That's pretty much the same thing with anything that has to do. Well, like, for example, the best thing I could think of where they might be in that same situation is a tattoo artist. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So, damn, that must be tough. But, so I've noticed, when videographers are doing videos and, they move in and close, like, y'all doing all that live. So is that something that you just thinking of at the top? Like, now I'm going to move in. It'll be good to, like, move it now and stuff.
So, I mean, when I'm doing it, I don't know. I can't speak on every video.
Yeah, but specifically for you,
But specifically for me, that's, like, that. I feel like that's a part of the whole. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like when I get into, like, filming mode, like, when I got my camera in front of me and I got something in front of me and I'm trying to get at it, like, I feel like I really put myself, like, I don't know how to say it, like, but... in that perspective. Yeah. You feel me?
Like, but in the perspective of the artist or because you said you put yourself in that perspective. So you're saying you put yourself in the perspective of the artist, like how they'll like it, or like how it's gonna look towards the audience.
Yeah, the artist, the viewer. Yeah. So I'm thinking about all that. Like I'm literally looking at the screen, at the camera screen. Yeah. And that's all I'm looking at. Like I'm locked in at the camera screen, and I'm trying to like visualize it like on my iPad, on the computer. Like I'm trying to see it there. So like in my head, I'm like, what does this shot need right here? And a big part, this is just little things you pick up when learning about like videography and stuff, is like a big part of it is movement. Like and you know, still you like everything you choose needs to be intentional. So sometimes a still shot could speak like volumes, but a lot of times when there's music videos, I like to incorporate movement. So when I do that, you either could pan back and forth, side to side, stuff like that. But this is just something that I think about, and I'm like, yo, what do you think is gonna look better? Like when somebody is sitting down watching this in this shot, what looks good? And I move the camera a little bit. I'm like, this is fire. Let's continue this. Yeah. But ultimately, I'm trying to mimic like other big videos. You feel me? Like I'm trying to like capture that, like you would see it on like TV or whatever.
Got you. Fire. And how many takes you usually give?
It depends on the project, but it really depends. Honestly, like I usually shoot within like a 2-3 hour range, and then we just go. Honestly, we just do as much shots as possible within that time frame. Yeah, or whatever location we have like set.
Got you.
Yeah.
Damn, 3 hours shoot a video, yo. Damn.
Then we take all those
that's
clips.
That's a lot of editing to do.
Yeah, it's a headache. It's a headache. But you know, I think eventually it's about like developing a system. Like for myself at least, that works in terms of like every project. Like I have a system, like how my files are organized, how all that shit, how I could basically get through it quicker.
Got you.
See, that's what I need to be doing for our podcast. Yo, bro.
You need to get the method, bro. That's all it is.
I mean, so I got like so speaking about equipment, so my equipment is like a few years, like my iPad, I think my iPad, my Mac is a few years old. It's an Air.
Yeah.
What editing are you gonna do on there?
Nah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right?
Yeah,
so you feel me? It's like 4 or 5 years old. So I'm like, bro,
yeah.
just editing a podcast video is like it be just and I'm like, all right, cool.
But to give out a little game to the people right now,
free game,
free game. Yo, I'm the listen. I got all the free game for the equipment. I spend hours like, and this is, I think this is just part of just what I like doing too. But I just spent hours looking at equipment and shit like that. Yeah, just to. But right now you can get a MacBook Air that could edit and do all that. Yeah, the newer ones,
the like the M1, the M2, M3s. Yeah.
So right now, if you trying to pick up a computer, get into that MacBook Air, you could. Yeah. But those old ones are no good for sure.
Nah, they're no good. It's like it's like an i5 core.
Yeah, Core i5. Yeah, those are no good.
But there's no ventilation.
Bro, they got me with that too. I dropped like 3 bands on a MacBook Pro like 3-4 years ago. Yeah, and it's good. It keeps up with the work, but it's nowhere near the new ones. But that's how they get you.
I mean, I'm actually looking into getting I want the M3 Pro.
Yeah.
I want the M3 Pro. But man, it's like, it's up there.
It's
you feel me? It's up there, but then I'm getting it for sure.
I know what you mean. It's an investment, but.
So, a good question. Wait, before I even get into that, because you see, I'm so excited that's my problem. I get too excited to ask questions that
he jumps into it.
I jump into it when we still.
But there's just so much to cover.
Yeah, but that's the best thing about podcasting. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed too, you work outside of your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Do you ever?
So where are you from? Before we start about,
let's start there. Let's start there.
I was born and raised in Washington Heights.
Okay. Shout out to the Heights.
Shout out to the Heights. That's why I just probably answer your question, but that's where Saint Nick comes from.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna have that.
Yeah, that's where that comes from. You know, if you're from Uptown, if you're from Harlem, you know Saint Nicholas Avenue. That's a strip.
Where Heights, you feel me?
Feel me? If you went to PS 189, tune in to this one.
Yeah, and I was originally I was born and I lived in 189th Street in Saint Nick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
And what's your ethnicity?
I'm Honduran. 100%. Yeah, Hispanic.
And what was that like growing up in a predominantly Dominican neighborhood?
Yeah, that's you know what is interesting, bro. It's to the point like I would say this, like the Dominican culture has influenced me heavily just in my day-to-day life. Hell yeah, like it's just is unavoidable if you live uptown. Like, and you know, I feel like sometimes it was awkward growing up a little bit because it was hard to relate sometimes. But I feel like you catch up. You know, like that's how I did. Like I feel like I just caught up eventually with like, you know, the slang, all that. Like I remember being in elementary school and then talking Spanish with other kids, and then sometimes it was like miscommunication.
They're like, what you say?
Yeah, because it's just a whole different like dialect, to the point where like nowadays I could like communicate effectively with like another Dominican person and like they could understand me better.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah,
How different is the
it's
Spanish
not,
from Honduran?
the thing is, it's not that much different. But like every culture is like slang. Like if you hear Puerto Rican speak, it's
That's a
so
fact.
much different
Yeah,
from a
it's so
Dominican.
different.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
We all
If
got
you
our
hear,
sounds.
like
Puerto
we
Rico,
all
though.
got, it's just how it sounds. So like to somebody who has never heard of Puerto Rican speak the first time, they'll be like, oh shit. And that's no shot at Puerto Ricans. It's the same for even Dominicans. Y'all talk mad fast.
We talk
Yeah,
fast.
and loud sometimes.
And then a lot of the words that y'all use for like slang and stuff like that is not at all the same. You feel me? So it could be easy to get confused. But you feel me? I picked up on all of that. I love, you feel me? I love eating mango in the morning. Stuff like that. I love my salami, queso, all that shit. Like
had some of that earlier today. I ain't gonna lie.
like
That's the go-to.
It's
I
in
could
the-
live eating that for the rest of my
for
life.
breakfast, that's a healthy breakfast right there.
Hell yeah. What I was gonna say, so tell us more about the Honduran culture. Like, what's your culture like? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what's a known dish like a tres golpe in your culture?
Oh, okay. That's a good question. We're heavy on like you probably heard it from like other cultures and stuff, but we make like carne asada. So it's it's fire. It's basically like steak, like our version of steak.
I need some of that.
Bro, trust me when I tell you that shit is fire, bro. Like the way we prepare it is fire. Like we do it with like some beans, you already know, like tortillas and stuff like that. That shit is fire, bro. Like So
Making me hungry
you
over
gotta
here.
you gotta look into it, bro. But we got a few dishes, I ain't gonna lie. And the vibes, the culture is fire. You know what? A lot of people because I've had like friends that went over there with me and stuff. Yeah. And they like, some of them are Dominican and stuff, and they'll be like, yo, this shit reminds me of DR. Like, yeah, because it's like that. Like, you know, it's like campo and shit. Like, you know, you got the houses, you got like everybody poor, but they happy and shit. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And it's great vibes. You go over there, you know, you drink, like, it's great vibes. Everybody's mad friendly, party time. Like it's really like that. Like I think it's just another variation of a Hispanic culture. So we loud, like all that. Like,
it look like we gotta take a little trip out there. No lie.
Facts.
Pop out to Honduras. We got fire shit out there. We got some fire.
Yo, we gonna see a light up at
the resorts. I'm telling you, bro.
You been there often?
Yeah, I went there my whole life, like throughout the summers and stuff.
That's what's up. Yeah, I only been to DR twice in my entire life.
I feel you.
I'm actually going in September.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Probably go with you, man.
Nah, we're not
y'all gotta hit me up, DR. I haven't been to DR. That's fire. Yeah, I've been
to
DR.
We gotta go.
That's a literal movie, but yeah, go ahead, bro.
I want to go back to what the question you asked. What was it? Like, how
so,
was it?
Since you know he's from Washington Heights and stuff like that, and you know it has its own name and stuff like that. I noticed that a lot of your videos, it's not always at home.
Oh yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Do you ever run into trouble knowing that you worked with this specific person or this person?
That's a good question. That's a
you
good question.
What I'm saying? Like,
especially now, it's a great question because the type of artists that I work with sometimes. Yeah, because we all know
and we seen it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nowadays was popping, unfortunately, and you know, like it's hard to balance. You feel me? Like I wanna at the end of the day, to me, art is art. Mm-hmm. Like at the end of the day. So it's hard to have an opinion on it, like, and I'm talking specifically about like drill music and stuff like that, because I shoot a lot of those videos, and from the jump, my like mindset was always like, at the end of the day, like I grew up listening to hip hop, and at the end of the day, that shit is ruthless. You feel me? Of course. We all know what it's talking about. We all know what it's about. Like ultimately it's about like the street life and stuff. Yeah, so you feel me? Like and I grew up around that in the Heights. So it's not foreign to me or nothing like that. But it's hard, like, you know, it's hard becoming an adult and making rational choices with your life, and then seeing these kids, you feel me, like wilding. Like realistically, the kids
that we would get our ass beat
the kids is bugging nowadays. And even back in the day when I was growing up, kids are still bugging. But you know, nowadays we got social media to promote it and stuff.
Yeah.
So you feel me? But and it is what it is. But to directly answer your question a little better, I don't find myself in trouble with other artists. The good thing about a lot of these artists that I meet, they're always usually like genuine ass people, even if their music is the worst. Like not in terms of like the subject matter, not quality, in terms of the subject matter. Even if they're talking about killing, these people are usually, to me, genuine. Like they usually treat me with love. They usually make sure I'm good wherever we at. And then on top of that, I've had multiple people tell me who do drill music, at the end of the day, this shit got nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Like,
I
always,
like they'll straight up tell you that.
Yeah. I didn't even ask. I didn't even say nothing. In my head, I'm always like, I'm gonna work with whoever because that's me. Like, I don't got nothing to do with this shit.
Yeah.
But they've told me personally, just randomly, like, I've had a few of them be like, yo, don't pay attention to other street shit. Like, if you want to work with the op, go shoot for the op.
Like, like your own people.
I've heard,
really?
Yeah, I've heard all
But
this.
that's some real shit though,
That's
it's like
that's some real ass shit.
You ain't even involved in none of that. You just trying to get to the money. The same way how you gave them a shot, you giving the other side a shot too. That's how I see it too. Like if we bring on somebody that's from our neighborhood, but we bring on somebody that they in opposition with.
Yeah.
If I don't see nobody tripping on the radar do it.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So it's all business.
Shout out to On the Radar, man. No lies.
Yeah. Shout out to On the Radar, man.
And I want to speak on the radar too. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I've been there. Wait, we'll get there. I shot it behind the scene there.
We're gonna get there though. He said we're gonna get there.
Not because I want to finish what I was saying, but because it is interesting that you asked that question because I haven't had trouble with like the people that I shoot with, but I do find myself always in like sketchy ass situations.
Like what? Give us an example.
I'll tell you one.
Sneak peek on later.
I always find myself in the worst hoods every single time.
Yo, bro, I could tell in the video. Like, that's probably not one place I want to go to.
Like, and listen, I went to high school in the Bronx, so it helped. Like, it really did help. Like,
what high school was that?
You're not even gonna know it. Like it's true. I went to Samuel Gomper's campus. There was like a bunch of that was the campus. There was a bunch of schools in it. I was one of the schools in it. It was a long name. It's Health Education Resource.
It was like something like my school. It was the same thing, Irving.
Basically, yeah. So I went to school in the Bronx, South Bronx, around 149. Yeah, it was rough. I'm like that one. I would say that cool. Maybe growing up in the Heights was a little bit. Barely rough, at most fitting in, barely, because I at the end of the day, like I feel like I thrived, but in the Bronx, it's like it was a whole different story. Like, and not to say it's just different. Like I feel like in the Heights is love, but like if you got beef with somebody, then you got beef with somebody, and that's that. You feel me? Like But in the Bronx, I feel like I don't think it's a lot different. Like people will pick fights with you for no reason and shit like that. Yeah, it's a lot different. The culture,
or just because you know that person.
Yeah, or just because you out here. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah. So that definitely helped with like the nowadays traveling to all these neighborhoods and stuff. Like I don't really be scared. But I already know like the vibes that was around me and what could happen for sure. And I'll give you one example. Like I remember one time I was shooting a video with I'm not gonna I guess specific about it with some kids and stuff. Yeah,
you don't gotta mention
it. To do with like drill music and stuff. And they was like I think we was in their neighborhood, but we was outside making mad noise and stuff. Usually like causing attention basically. And if these kids are talking about specific like gangs and stuff and being related to certain gangs or whatever. So and throwing up certain sets. And I just think we got the wrong attention of the wrong person. Like I think so somebody was spinning by and they fully they waved the gun out the window and all that. Yeah. What? I didn't even know. I was filming like B-roll of them walking, we all walking, chilling. Then the car come and then they're like, oh shit. Like who the fuck is that? Then I see everybody run like, oh shit, got a gun. And then
and they just leave your ass there. Just
So they
that's
they
crazy.
split to get on their time, and then I had to obviously I'm not dumb. I see them moving out the situation, so I leave. I'm like, nah, I'm out of here.
You ran too?
Yeah, what's crazy? Yeah, and
you
it's
have
crazy.
The camera. You the one with the gear that they could rob.
Listen,
and
the cameraman never dies, bro. The
Yes.
cameraman never dies.
He's always there to record it. That's crazy.
But yeah, that did happen once, and I ended up finishing that video too. Like
The same day?
we linked up around the other block. We finished. I was like, yo.
I would have been like, damn, y'all niggas just dead left me right here with all this camera and shit. Like, y'all couldn't even.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, like,
got the work done.
They're kids, and like,
that too.
That's why I don't put it on them, because I know that they just kids. Like, at the end of the day, they're not making rational decisions.
Yeah,
they're just doing what they think.
If anything, I'm the one who has to make the rational decision. Be like, you shouldn't have been there. You know what I mean? Like, you could have avoided that one.
Yeah, that's true.
That's part of it.
Damn, that's crazy. Yo, make sure your cameraman is safe, guys. All right,
for real.
Shout out to the cameraman, yo.
Always
crazy how I was saying they had to go through that, but that's what's up. He's W Mans for that.
That ass, and he finished the video.
And I finished the video. Word.
W Mans.
Yeah. So, damn, not to put that business out there. So the pricing, is there usually a set price, or is different for every type of person?
It's not different for every type of person. There's usually, like, I have packages and stuff. Like they always vary. So depending on the time and stuff, but I have packages depending on, like, I work with people too. Like, I have a package that if people, like, it's not a crazy number to start out with. So if people just want to do like a quick running gun hour video, my fault. I'll get that out the way. Yeah. And I won't even like overcharge them or nothing like that. But if you're looking for quality and you're looking for production, then there's a budget for that too. So I give you, like, I work with whatever you have 9 times out of 10 obviously at a reasonable price, but I give you whatever you invest into the video. So if somebody comes and they're like, yo, I got this budget for this video that's like whatever, like a couple bands, then it's like, all right, you'll get that quality. You'll get the whatever, like, we'll get the props, we'll get the locations, the studios, whatever you need, and we'll make that come true. But if, you only got, what, $250, $350, we'll do a running gun video, our video. I still make it look fire. Yeah. But, like,
you get what you pay for.
Depends.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah, that's what's up. So, like, what would you say would be like matter of fact, how was like when you started out and was like, you know what, let me start making packages? Like, how you came about making these packages?
Yeah, I mean, so first to start off with, I feel like a lot of people need to like kind of go through this, but I didn't charge at first.
Okay.
Because I was just starting out, so I didn't even charge. But I did it strategically, where I was hitting people up that I thought were worthy of my time. You feel me? My investment, to be like, all right, I'll give you this video because I like your work. I think we'll do something. So I think in the beginning, like, I did like probably like 5 to 10 free videos, and then after that, once I did that, but that's how I started, because once I did that, then immediately people saw those videos, and then their friends wanted videos. So
that's when you start charging.
That's when I start charging. Yeah, as soon as I got past that point where I was like, all right, I'm gonna do these for free, and then after that, whoever wants a video after that, I'm gonna charge them. Yeah.
See that.
And then, I started off with low prices, got a little higher, just with time. And I also came up with my prices. And a lot of people don't like saying shit like this, but you can't really be afraid in this business. Like, it's cutthroat, you feel me? So I would look at other videographers' page that was around my like quality and stuff like that first starting out. And I would be like, yo, I could do that exactly what he just did.
And he's charging more.
And he's charging this amount, so I could charge this amount. So, like,
that's the game, man.
That's the game. The template is out there for you. You just got to look for it.
Say that.
You think the competition is high in your field of work?
Yeah, I would say yes, it is high, but surprisingly not, though. You know what I mean? Like,
how come?
Like, because when you come into this game, you think that people that is gonna be super hard and this and that, but as you go, you learn that, like, if you're consistent and stuff, like you're gonna be here to stay for a while. Yeah, you understand? So, like, I seen videographers like get popping and get that light and then stop doing videos and stuff like that for whatever reason.
Sheesh.
And like at the end of the day, if you doing this consistently, like I think there's competition for sure. There's always gonna be somebody doing it better than you out there or whatnot. But at the end of the day, if you feel me, like if you're consistent and you're constantly working and stuff, like I don't think there's a shortage of clients. I'll tell you that much. You feel me?
Yeah, there's always gonna be people who want videos.
There's always work out there. So there's competition, but at the end of the day, I don't view it like that. Like at the end of the day, it's just other people doing their thing. Whether they started before you, after you, it don't matter.
Your time will come eventually.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, if you put yourself to do it, you're gonna get the results. That's it.
Just like the hustle, like being consistent, being on time. Yeah. That's what's up. I feel like that's what everybody gotta be doing. Like whatever you're doing out there, if you're consistent about it, like that's where motion is gonna come. That's where views gonna be coming.
And as far as competition, you have to like at the end of the day, I found it like I don't see it as a competition because at the end of the day, like I see a lot of these people as my peers. Like I literally like I reach out to this person, be like, yo, what's good? Like, and that's how you network. That's how you get up there.
Yeah.
At first, when I started, I would hit up videographers that were like already a little more up there than me, and then that's how I learned a few things here and there.
Word?
Gotcha.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I've noticed in some of your work you collaborated. I forgot the name.
Yeah.
But I peep his Instagram. It has like a green pyramid.
That's my boy Nitty Vision. So
Nitty Vision. There we go. So shout out Nitty Vision.
Me and my boy Nitty Vision, actually, like we started his shit together. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
gotcha.
Yeah, so like,
shout out.
Yeah, for sure. That's my boy. Like I saw the passion in him to want to do something like that, and we took that shit and you feel me. We've been taking off ever since.
Oh yes, y'all still work together?
Yeah, of course. That's my boy all the time.
That's what's up. We
work together all the time. You feel me? Like whenever I need him, I hit him up. Whenever he needs me, he hits me up, and we do shit like that. Word.
And who were some of your like favorite people to work with?
What you mean?
Like
favorite people to work with?
Who were some of your favorite people that you have worked with?
I would say like obviously my boy Nitty. I work with him all the time, obviously.
Not just even like to record, like even
about, like, artists.
Yeah, even that.
Okay. Damn, this is tough.
I was gonna put a lot of people on blast.
I have so many artists. Yo, you don't understand. Like I have so many artists that I work with.
Which one would be like the most memorable one?
Oh, most memorable video you would say.
Yeah.
Let me think. You don't like. I think I've shot at least like 1,000 videos.
Damn, 1,000.
Alright, so can I bring one person up?
Yeah, go ahead.
How about Dion? What's it like working with Dion?
Yeah, I love
because you feel me. He has a lot of fire videos with Dion. You know. What I'm saying?
Yeah. I got a few videos with Dion, and shout out to Dion. Hopefully, you feel me. You seeing this, and you know.
Shout out.
We locking again in the future, bro. Because like he's a great. At the end of the day, like he's a great person. Nothing bad to say about that guy. You feel me? At the end of the day, he's a great artist. I actually fuck with his music heavily. So, and I know a lot of people in the Heights fuck with his music heavily. So, when you know what, I would say that doing those videos uptown were some of the most memorable ones. And I think a lot of people who were around could really recall and speak on them. But a lot of the videos that I did with Dion was a little earlier in my career.
Yeah, Pete, I know that.
And I would say those are some of the most memorable ones because of the love that we got in the hood. The fact that we had everybody involved. Like we had so many people involved. We did mad shit, mad locations. So I would say that those are some of the best videos. And those are some of the videos that probably give me a lot of recognition.
I ain't gonna lie, those videos I seen, like everybody that looked like they was from the Heights and stuff, like it seemed like you was capturing a whole wave at the time that was going on when it was going on.
That's why I was saying. That's why I was saying that time was actually a pretty special time in terms of like me getting up there because I was working with a lot of artists from the Heights that were popping at the time, and and it was you feel me? It was good vibes. Like every video, it was basically like the whole hood linking up, shooting, doing donuts. All this stuff, like vibes, like uptown. So I would say those are pretty
them donuts. You be hearing that shit 3 o'clock.
You be hearing that shit,
bro. Them jamming with the speakers, mad loud, and you got work the next day, Monday to Friday.
That's the music of the Heights, right
there.
Real
fireworks. It ain't even 4th of July.
Yeah, bro. And I hope all my artists, you know, from Uptown make it. You feel me?
Word.
We need y'all, especially with your videos. You feel me? Shout out by Saint Nick.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Feel me?
Appreciate you, bro.
Man,
Before we move on, you got anything you want to ask me before we move on?
Damn, shit. We was talking about some good shit, no lies.
Yeah, because I just want to bring something out before it's. That's why I'm like, you got something to ask me? If not, bring something out real quick.
Nah, fuck it. Go ahead, man.
All right, so you know, since we got the new setup.
Yeah, setup.
And we got my boy
season 2. You already know.
Saint Nick in the new setup.
Saint Nick.
And it's 420, but we can't smoke in the new setup.
Also,
sadly,
they lied to me. They said light up podcast. I saw the snippets. They was out here. You feel me?
We gonna come back. We gonna run it back. This ain't gonna be his last time here. We gonna run it back in the next one.
We need to.
We gonna roll up. But since we can't roll up today, I got some special drinks for all of us.
We got some studio rules, but shout out to studio
W Man's
rules.
right there. W Man's. I'm not gonna lie.
THC lemonade drinks, you feel me? Cotton Mouth.
Oh my God.
Produced by
I don't do
Pennywise in the Hampton. You feel me? Get you some. And it got THC in it. So we're going to try it. Let y'all know how we feel by the end of the video and see if it gives us a buzz or not. And you feel me? I smoked earlier.
See if I'm slumped over.
Yeah, but you feel me? If you smoke this, if you drink this while smoking, you definitely gonna get 10 times higher. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So fuck around, we might smoke a blunt after this.
Also, if you've been watching this video for this long, you guys
even though
better,
you don't smoke. But which one you want?
You guys better like,
I don't care,
subscribe, share,
I ain't gonna lie,
hit that notification button because you know this is Light Up's videos, man. We the best podcast right now, man.
Support the podcast.
And yo, and go to the next page, bro.
Yes, bro.
Tell me if you want fire videos
for your next video.
Yeah,
fire photos.
And check out my YouTube channel, bro. I'm starting my YouTube channel. Please show love to that. I put out my first vid. That's how he hit me up.
Yeah, I peeped it.
Word.
His first video, he was in a like cafe shop, and in that shop, he put me on because of the video.
Weed.
You could smoke weed in it, bro.
Say that.
We definitely gotta hit that spot up.
Nah, I'm
with yo, guys, I don't do any of this. I really
You tried THC syrup already on this episode. What are you talking about?
But like this is a whole drink.
Let me see how it tastes though. How it tastes?
I give it.
It tastes fire.
You can taste the weed in it.
Not really. That's the best. That's the best too.
I think I'll take it.
I ain't gonna lie, you gonna taste the weed on that one because I had that one. You don't taste that as much as
I see what you're talking about. But whoa.
It tastes good, right?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really a big lemonade fan. Like you might see me in the summertime. I love lemonade. And this like has a
I'm gonna need the plug for this, I'm not gonna lie.
I got you with the plug.
I just
got you.
Yo,
I got you.
This one.
I'm not gonna lie, this little sip that I took might get me. You already know, but we can try it out later.
So.
Experience users only.
Yeah, shout out Pennywise. You already know.
Oh, this is from Pennies?
Yes,
Oh,
Pennies.
word?
Yes, they throw events and stuff like that. You feel me? We might little secret Light Up might throw one over there.
Word, if you want to see us
know.
live in person, you already know where to find us. All right, guys, so let's get back to it. Let's get back to it.
By the way, I'm gonna kill this. I hope you know that.
Yo,
go ahead, bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
This is a safe space, bro.
This is a safe space.
So like, what equipment do you have and like do you use for like to start your like when you going out
like currently or when I started?
When you started and then current and then what you have currently and like why did you get these equipments?
So I mean, I'm gonna first I'll start by saying I think equipment is personal to you. So like what I have is not gonna work for everybody, and you know like what people have is not gonna work for me.
All right.
Because and I'll get to it because like when I first started out with what was it? My phone. The first camera I bought was well, all right. The first camera I ever messed around with, it was a Canon T3i.
Canon T3. Okay, I know about those.
Yeah, those are if you into it, you know that those are like the starter cameras.
Yeah.
They like barely do video, they do pictures. And it wasn't even mine. It was a friend's and they didn't really know what they was doing with it. And I don't like when I tell you I gravitated towards it, I literally did. Like I would just hang out in a friend group, and then that friend that always had the camera, I would always end up just taking it from them. Cause they were not like that, but they just was always chilling, not really using it and stuff. So I would Oh shit, the iPad.
Damn, my boy dropping expensive gear.
Nah, word. I
It's
gotta
already
check.
hitting them. That's what it is. The THC hitting the
THC.
system.
But yeah, what was we saying?
Damn, it's hitting your system too.
That you
Nah,
started.
it's just hard. I smoke a lot. It's hard to keep up.
That you started with the.
Oh yeah, I
TI?
started with the T3. I had a
Yeah,
friend
yeah.
who would always have it on them and stuff, but they didn't really use it. So I would always just like be like, yo, let me see whatever, and I would mess around. And I literally gravitated towards like I would just always want to play with the camera. And it started off with like school projects and shit. Like the teacher would like randomly throw in the option and be like, oh, you could do a video for
During
this,
college?
whatever.
Or just
Nah, this is
in
during
high
high
school?
school. This is in high school when I first started, like whatever. And then I remember the real turning point was when I realized I could do it was when like I had a group of teachers. They knew I was into that and they was like, yo, can you hook up this video? Like we trying to get into this program or whatever.
Yeah.
And they need a video. So like, can you do that for us? And I was like, yeah, I got you, whatever. So
No pressure.
I did that. I did it quickly too. I shot it with barely any like experience. I just shot it based off of like just like knowledge off of just watching, like just trying to like not YouTube, not at that point, not even so much YouTube, just like trying to like replicate other shit. So in my mind and shit. So whatever. So I did this little video for them. They loved it. They got in the program and all that. But the video, like even when I look at it to this day, I'm like, yo, this shit look fake, like clean. This is bad professional for no reason. It's one of my first videos. So like I think that was then after that, and I did that on that T3i camera, and then I think after that, like I started watching YouTubers at the time. I think the Canon 80D was popping. I copped that one, and I started doing mad videos with that. But then, you know, as you learn you need to upgrade your equipment and get better stuff and what like fits your needs and stuff. Nowadays, I use a Canon R6.
Okay.
That's my
R6.
camera of choice, for my music videos.
Canon R6. He's saying these things, and I look at it like someone saying a type
Yeah,
of car. Like,
it's just it really is like that, bro. And to a lot of people, it's just numbers and letters and stuff. But you know, if you tapped into that kind of stuff, then you know what I'm talking about. Like but a lot of people using like Sony A7 IIIs, Sony FX3. Those are popular.
That's like a social media trend, though,
Sony?
right?
I wouldn't say it's a trend. I would say that when it comes to video, Sony usually gives people more for their money. That's what it is. So Canon is a little bougie, where you could get the same features in a Sony, but they'll overcharge you. It's like Apple. You feel me? So, but with Canon, it's like for me, it's the ease of use. Like a lot of people tell you that Sonys are like super complicated and the menu systems and all this stuff. Like it's hard to really like get into that and stuff. And you know that's a learning curve, not much, but. For me, when I think about the camera, I think of it like I want something that I could get going quick. Like cool, yeah, setup wise, sure, quick. But and then I also do a variety of stuff. So Sonys are really good for video, but I do pictures as well. And
I know Canon.
Canon. I love how Canon takes pictures and stuff. So that's why I also gravitate towards Canon, because I do both. If I was doing strictly video, then I'll probably hop on the Sony trend.
Oh, see, that's good. Something good to know, because I didn't even know certain cameras is better for one thing over the other.
Yeah, every company has this like it's like with everything. Every company has this like drawback.
Yeah.
So, quick question. So, would you say, like you say how sometimes they use this metaphor of it's not the car you're using, it's the driver that makes the car?
I'm heavy on that.
Is it the same thing with a camera?
Yeah, 100%, bro. And you know why? I learned that when people sometimes be like, oh, equipment is not everything.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's true, because like I've worked with so many different cameras and I've been able to get good results, but I learned this through other people who do stuff like this and content creators and stuff. And not everybody has the budget, you feel me? And if you really take it into consideration, some of the fire videos that like we grew up watching weren't shot on the best cameras either. So it was pure work, like director's work and stuff. And a lot of like I could put two cameras right next to each other now, right? One could be worth $4,000 and the other one could be worth $300. If you know how to set the settings right, the end product will not be that much off.
Oh, word?
If you put in the effort with the lighting and all that.
The lighting is also important, right?
Lighting is like
Top tier.
everything. Yeah.
That's the most important thing you say.
Yeah, I would say it's I wouldn't say it's the most important thing, but it's one of the biggest factors.
Yeah, because when I was in my little photography
Yeah,
phase,
he had one too. Of it,
I got like some secondhand camera off like Let Go, and I got it for like dirt cheap, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna start this shit for real, yo.
Yeah.
I think like I didn't do a lot of research before even getting it, but it was like a super starter camera. It was like a Nikon D3400, I think it was.
Yeah.
Super starter.
No, I know exactly what
That's
you're
like a
talking
dinosaur right now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's valid or not?
It's similar to what I started with. I'll tell you that much.
So
it's just Nikon.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. Then I'm like, yo, why the pictures ain't coming out how I want them to? But as like years after, I was like, yeah, I'm not really doing this no more. I was like, oh, I just need to mess with the settings and the lighting. And I'm like, but damn, but I got some pictures that I took that came out with some fire. He was my first model.
Yeah. Yo, that's how it is, bro. You feel me? I did the same thing when I first started taking pictures.
Yeah.
I had everybody around me taking pictures. My boys, you even see some of like my work that I have up on my page or in my early days is literally coworkers, my boys, and my sister. Like
that's fine. You see, that's love right there. That's
love.
love.
Yeah, like if you tell me you come to me, you want to work on something and do this and that, I'm
be like, yo, how I got
any
to
best
pose?
way
I
I
got to
could
put like
help you.
this.
Yeah, nah. Shout out to everybody who I've had a lot of people. This is not something that I would I would say I did it by myself, but I had a lot of people like
help out and stuff.
Show love, not even help out, but just show love. Like you feel me?
That's
like a lot 9 times out of 10 when I told somebody, yo, I want to do this with you to work on to promote this. Like a lot of people show love, so that's why I be trying to show love nowadays. Like because a lot of people show love to me.
Yeah,
that's fire.
I had a question. So, what are some of video wise of rappers you've seen that are your inspiration? Like, when I make a video, I want it to look like this. Yes.
Yeah, that's a tough question. That's a tough question. There's so many artists, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, before we go into artists, I would say in terms of directors, because
so you had directors like go and be like, yo, I want it like this.
Oh wait, what are you saying? What was the question? Because I thought you asked me like with how. What was the question? Repeat the question.
Don't worry, this shit happens all the time. I light up.
Nah, repeat the question.
He's too high.
And he ain't even high. He wanted to smoke.
I'm not
you
high
see
yet.
what I'm saying?
Listen, if
you
we was
see
to
what I'm
smoke,
saying?
I would have been on point.
Yeah. But the question was like, cause I remember while you was talking earlier, you had mentioned how when I asked you about, I noticed you don't use some of these edits and stuff like that, and you was like, because there were videos that I would like, and they wouldn't have that much stuff. So what
kind of videos? Yeah.
Like you say.
I mean, just my favorite artists, like
who are your favorite artists?
Kanye West videos, like specifically that I could point to, like that I remember vividly. Like, I remember when he did the rollout for, like, that Runaway video. That shit was fire. He had, like, ballerinas in the background with the piano.
That was tough.
Like, I remember as a kid, I saw that, and I was like, yo, this is, like, together with the music.
He said, nah, this is a movie.
This is, like art right there. And then, a lot of my favorite artists is, like the biggest, like, probably the biggest hip-hop artists, like Drake. A lot of Drake videos, very like really clean cut stuff. You know what else inspired me? Actually, wait. No, we'll get there. We'll get there. But look, and then I got one more honorable mention. A$AP Rocky's videos was always fire. I remember that.
A$AP, his visuals is dope.
He had one that took me. That it was LSD. If you could go watch that.
Yes, I know
the
that
LSD
video. Yes.
I remember when I watched that video too as a kid. I was like, it blew my mind. I'm like, yo, how are they doing? Like that made me want to get into it and do weird certain shit.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Damn,
that's tough, man.
Nah, yeah, that is cause damn.
So I want to ask you right now because you talking about artists. Let's do the most famous question that we ask on Light Up Podcast. Who's your top 5 artists that you got at all time?
Oh, this is crazy. It is not.
And you gotta
it's
give
rappers.
it. You got, but it don't gotta be in order.
Yeah, no. All right, not in order at all. This is a tough question. I've been preparing for this question my whole life.
He gave us his favorite rappers of videos. Feel me? And that was a good list because
Yeah.
if I watch their videos, I'm always watching it from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Facts.
But
But-
rap now, this is about music.
Music wise, top 5. I'm not gonna go in order, but I would say Nas is in my top 5.
Nas. Okay.
Nas. I'm heavy on
Valid,
Nas.
valid.
He's on mine too.
I love Nas.
That's a good one.
Illmatic is a classic.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Biggie for sure.
Biggie.
Ah,
You
Biggie.
know, New York,
We got,
East Coast.
I'm a Tupac fan. We got
I'm not
Biggie.
gonna lie. I have an unpopular opinion about Tupac.
Let's hear it. Let's hear. I want to hear this.
I don't like his flow at all.
I can understand.
A
that.
lot of people, you know what? A lot of people say that though. But that's the only reason why it's hard for me to get into Tupac because I think it's just that Biggie, like he spoiled me, bro. It's true. Cause when you listen to Biggie, he's just like he's riding that beat, like he's smooth. You feel me? Like
no Diddy.
no Diddy, but Biggie no Diddy. But nah, Tupac's not in my top 5 just because I haven't been able to personally connect with his music. And I think it has to do a lot with his flow and his West Coast vibe. You feel me? Like it's not really my vibe. Like I like East Coast shit.
Say that.
But obviously I'm from New York.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So that's 2 right
Yeah,
there.
so Biggie, Nas, this is where this shit gets difficult right here.
Alright,
'Cause that's
alright.
easy.
Is there any of the ones you mentioned about their videos?
You know what? This is tough. I'm gonna throw Kanye in there real
got
quick. I'm gonna
Kanye.
throw Kanye real quick, but I might take you out later.
Damn.
if I think of somebody
Shots fired.
better, who else I rock with heavy? This is tough because I'm a big J. Cole and Kendrick fan, but right now,
Yeah, I know.
That's what I was gonna get into.
right now,
But we could get
right
into
now,
that after.
I feel like a year ago I would have been like Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake, Nas, Biggie, called it a day.
Okay.
Damn.
But,
But
right now.
That's a
but
good
right
lineup,
now
too.
I'm got mixed emotions about these rappers.
Nah, yeah, same.
Specifically J. Cole, but whatever, we're not gonna get into it.
Let's not talk about it.
You know why? I don't even have to get into it. It's
I
just
want
it's
to. The
common
media
sense.
knows.
The media knows
They're
why.
like,
not because
you
you
don't gotta
know
talk about
if you
it.
listen, like if you a heavy listener and you fuck with artists like J. Cole and stuff.
Yeah.
He be talking hot shit. You feel me? He be talking a lot of hot shit, and it's disappointing, especially when in rap, because it's like you feel like the lyrics are so personal to the artist that when there's that disconnect, it's like damn, like some of the shit you said just don't hit the same no more.
Yeah.
And I had that confidence in you because he has a skill. So it just hits different when he did that little apology shit. That shit was soft, I'm not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm not gonna speak on another man's decision. You know, I respect it where it was coming from. But in terms of the rap game, in
Like
terms
the
of
competitiveness?
the competitiveness, that was whack. That's not what the fan wants. That's not what we grew up on.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you would have did that, it would have been old for you.
Yeah, that shit broke my heart.
Yeah, so it's tough. You know what? All
Bro,
right,
mine's
I'm gonna just leave it at Biggie, Nas, Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it easy. You see, I threw Kanye out the
Biggie,
window.
Nas.
Calm.
You said who?
Biggie, Nas, Drake,
J. Cole. It's not in order.
and Kendrick.
It's not in order. It's not in
Yeah,
order. But these are
yeah.
to me probably some of the best
Alright.
rappers.
That's
So
what's up.
let's leave Nas and Biggie out because you mentioned the big 3 right now.
Yeah, I did.
You got the
That's
big
what
three.
that's what I was avoiding.
Who out
Who's
of
the
them
other
big
two?
3? No, who out of them big 3
Is one.
is your one?
Is your one?
I mean, originally my one
Was Cole.
was Cole. But Cole
He said,
dropped
"I
out of
gotta-
that race, bro.
said, "I gotta dethrone
I gotta.
him."
At the end of the day, I'm a J. Cole fan, but I'm a hip hop fan. And since he dropped out of that race, I can no longer say he is one right now.
Damn, you know what's crazy?
He had to follow through and finish that.
He did.
So right now is
He
looking
did.
right now, unfortunately, by default, is looking like Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. And don't get this confused. Like Kendrick and Drake are great artists and they're very different and they in their own ways. But like right now, Drake has the upper hand. I'm so sorry, Drake.
Yeah.
Like, and I had faith in Kendrick because Kendrick is a great artist. He's a
I
great
still have
lyricist.
faith in
I still
Kendrick.
have faith in but Kendrick, he's playing a dangerous game because he's not like Drake is too relevant right now with all in terms of how he
Yeah.
moves. Like
Yeah, it's
he's in our
strategic.
face with it. Kendrick is this little being in the shadow shit is not helping him right now.
Not right now until he dropped that diss. That's what
everybody's waiting on that right now.
But did y'all hear the second diss?
Of who? Drake's?
Drake dropped the second diss. No.
Oh, there's another one?
Yeah.
But the AI with Tupac and Snoop, but that's AI. He admitted that was AI.
Yeah. But that's still hard though. The concept is hard. He came at Kendrick because Kendrick's supposed to be, the West Coast king right now, representing. And he came at Kendrick through his idols, and then he gave him a verse at the end. Like that was crazy to me. Like Kendrick raps about.
See, now I really gotta tune in because I was just hearing.
Nah. I heard AI. Sit down and listen to it. It's Drake wrote all the bars on that shit.
Yeah.
He just had an AI voice for Tupac and for Snoop Dogg. But it was
I seen Snoop Dogg responded.
He
to
responded.
That.
He
That's
was like,
all this.
Yeah.
I gotta tune in.
Drake wrote it. He just used
God.
AI voice.
Yes.
My fault, guys. I'm gonna tune in.
You have to tune in. That shit went over your heads, but bro, I'm telling you, that shit is deadly right there. Because first of all, he calls him out about not dropping after giving him a week already after he dropped and responded. He's basically tempting him and telling him to drop.
He's like, what you doing, man?
Exactly. But imagine if you like, we both writers, you feel me? How is Drake busting out two and you over here taking your time on one? It looks bad on your part.
Yeah, I see.
We've seen it with back to back.
So that's why right now it's looking like Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. Because if Kendrick responds and does something, then you might be back in the race. But right now that little quiet shit's not working when niggas is running circles around you.
That's a fact.
Damn. The rap game right now is crazy.
It's crazy. Nah, but
everybody's competing. Yeah,
it's fun.
You got Chris Brown with Quavo and all this
fun.
shit.
Listen, Sam's was down. This is good.
I don't know if y'all know, but y'all seen. So y'all know Quavo this Chris Brown.
Yeah, I see that.
Mm-hmm. Chris Brown this Quavo back, but that was crazy.
Yeah, he killed him.
He bodied it. That's it. He won that. Chris Brown won.
I was like, he was disrespectful.
I heard that.
I was like,
definitely heard that one.
I heard it this morning, and I was just like, he didn't say this. I had to run it back like 2 times. I was like, I'm like this.
But I feel like that's what we're gonna get with this little Drake and Kendrick shit.
It was crazy.
But I ain't gonna lie, this is the only part where I'll be like, I not understand J. Cole. Because it's gonna get ugly.
It's like he's like, I can't be a part of this.
And even if I feel like it wasn't no fear of, Kendrick's a better rapper, Drake's a better rapper. It was just more of, I could see where this shit could come to. And even if it don't get there, I'd rather not wait till it gets there.
Yeah, that's why I said I respect it at the end of the day.
But it ain't hip hop.
But it is hip hop, you feel me? And like it is what, like, you can't say you sit here and admire Tupac and all these people, and then when you go to rap beefs, Tupac was talking about, that's why I fucked it, bitch.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, Tupac, that's...
You imagine hearing that when it first came out, and like,
bitch, even now to this day, you let that run, and that song is just hits you
hard.
immediately. Like, who is he talking to?
Yeah.
So, you feel me? It's crazy.
But to move on from all this Drake, J. Cole stuff, you mentioned how you was on the radar.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about that.
I did not do a freestyle though.
Yeah.
No freestyle.
Can you freestyle?
That would be fire.
Imagine the man behind the camera.
Oh my goodness.
You think you'll be able to freestyle?
This is a good question. I might be able to. We'll get there.
You lying.
Oh my God, bro.
Yo, we gotta have Nick freestyle.
Bro,
this is time for the one time. Might not be today, but
freestyle on your own music.
He'll be the first version of being from behind the camera to being the front man.
To be fair, I know it don't look like it, but growing up around music and stuff, I was always around my boys. We would always smoke, and then you know how that happens. So you got that one boy who puts on the beat, who's like, yo,
who got the hottest beat right now? What's up? I mean, the hottest verse.
Who could kill this freestyle real quick? So
I could never.
Nah. I'm not nice or nothing like that. But I have fucked around and
that's what's
freestyle with people. So
that's fine. That's tough though. But what was that like working on the radar? And what was it?
Nah, that was a dope experience. That's why I brought that up. It was and it was with an artist. She's not really that well known. She's on the come up, whatever. A Spanish artist. But just being in that environment, seeing the behind the scenes, it was dope. I'm not gonna lie, like the vibes, the energy, like, Cause you get on Instagram and you see it all the time, like they posting this and this, and then they got big artists and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember I went like just like literally I was tight. It was like a week before Drake was on there, so I'm like, and not that I was not gonna catch. Yeah, it was interesting. I was not gonna catch them at all. But you know what I mean. I'm like, damn, Drake was there a week later.
You're like, damn,
Drake, let me shoot a video.
That's just dope. That platform.
What you would do if Drake was like, yo, I want you to shoot a video?
No, let's get
What you mean? What I would do? I'm shooting.
Like
Nigga say, yo,
like
pose like
nigga
this,
say, I'm
like
shooting
that. I
it.
gotcha.
Yeah.
You think you'll be like ready for a big name like that to work with them and stuff like that? Like,
Yeah,
you feel
for sure.
confident and ready to do so?
Yeah, 100%.
Heard it.
Oh,
Yeah, bro. It's been years, and I think that's what it's all about. Like at the end of the day, I feel like an opportunity like that will come, but you just gotta be ready for it. That's what all this is about. Like
that's a fact.
Yeah. Imagine Drake be like, yo, what's up, guys? I want to hop on the podcast.
I see Saint Nick as our version of, like he said, Cole Bennett, like, you know, lyrical lemonade.
I appreciate that.
That's what he calls it.
Word.
Lyrical lemonade, right? The box.
yeah,
Feel me? Like that's what I see him as. You feel me? Even if it's not big mainstream yet, I feel like once he's there, he's gonna be that, especially for the Heights and Dykeman.
I appreciate that.
He's gonna be like our Cole Bennett,
I
especially
appreciate
that you
just watching that.
Yeah, especially that you catching a lot of artists up and coming from the Heights. Like,
Yeah,
it's only time. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's only time you catch that.
That's a good thing you're saying that. So I want to ask you, so are you planning to have like something like that? Like your own like your own platform, little agency that you do stuff like that?
I mean, you know, I've had a lot of ideas and thoughts for stuff like this. Like whether it be a platform or like one of those new like shows, not shows, but like just platform that people go on to rap and stuff.
Like a visual.
Yeah, like a visual, whether it's on the radar or some weird variation of it. I have thought of something like that, but I don't know. I feel like I'm a perfectionist, so it takes me time to like really get there with certain stuff.
Okay.
Like I will spend like days, hours, like if I was really to follow through with that, like just trying to think of the right idea. So I don't think I've personally stumbled upon the right idea to jump on it.
Yeah.
I mean, in the early stage, there's no right idea.
You know what? That's true. A lot of people.
So you feel me?
Yeah.
I think so. I'm big on just going in blind, and then once you're in it, you're gonna have to open your eyes and start to see what you're gonna do.
No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you know?
for sure.
So
because it could also be a setback in the long run. But but I don't know. I just feel like I want to think of like something new and innovative. Like I don't want to just like.
I mean, like,
it could be
Cole Bennett type shit.
That's exactly what goes through my mind. Day in and out, I'm like, damn, I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to bite off somebody.
Yeah.
Like I want it to be original, but the thing is like, there's so much good ideas outside, like in the world. So it's like, I was listening to something. It's like, you're not really copying. You know, it's like if you have your own variation, like a little bit of you in it.
Yeah.
It's different.
Nah, that's what they say. Like they
And
say
it's different.
great artists steal or something like that.
Yeah, just like
Nothing's
that.
new under the sun at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But since we talking about Cole Bennett and we actually was your top 5 rapper, which is, you know, videos, who are some of your inspiration when it comes to your field?
Yeah.
Like someone like Cole Bennett, you mentioned he's one of them. Who's another one?
So Cole Bennett in terms of the videos portion, and then I remember growing up, I used to watch it. I used to like see this photographer's work. He would always he would always take pictures of hip hop rappers, but like the fire, like I'm pretty sure you've seen his work, like vintage stuff, like fire stuff. I think he goes. His name is like Gunner Star or something like that. But he
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him. But he did like, you know, a lot of work for like artists like Travis Scott, like just big names and stuff. But I like the way he captured the pictures. Like really, like, it was a good vibe. Yeah.
Damn, man.
That inspired me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you go to like festivals?
No, I don't go to. I don't go to festivals.
Nah.
Really, nah.
Like so, because I see a lot of like when I go to festivals. Sometimes I've been to Governor's Ball, Road and Loud, stuff like that. I want to go to a lot more too. Like I see a lot of people. They're not even like people who are hired to be like photographers or videographers. They just go to get like to have a piece of work from there. Like, you ever thought of that?
I haven't thought of that, but it gets tricky with certain venues like that because I mean
They got restrictions.
I haven't
right?
personally tried it, but they do have restrictions because I know they personally like most people there, like most artists, most like the festival itself hire their own people.
Yeah.
And then so they make it hard sometimes for other people to bring in equipment.
Okay.
So like so I haven't thought about that like that, but I have had thoughts like that where I was like, yo, maybe I could catch this artist at this place or whatever like that, but I haven't actually like put that into play.
Okay.
Got you. So how far you want to take this? You know,
Yeah. What's the bigger picture for you?
like
So
when
the long
it's
run?
all said and
Yeah,
done,
long
like
run.
and
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I don't think the end goal is to like. I don't want to say that like that because even that like hurts to be like. I don't want to make music videos the rest of my life. I do in a sense, but I don't know. I just see myself like going into so many different other kinds of projects that like there's ultimately I want to make all kinds of stuff. Like I want to make documentaries. If I can make a movie, I would love to make a movie.
Oh, so you just damn. So
I just
you
like
want to get into
visuals.
actually
Like I just like
directing?
visuals. Yeah, that's what it is. Like I love music videos. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not like to me it doesn't feel like music videos is like the end all be all. Like I want to ultimately do bigger stuff than that, like movies, documentaries, whatever. Just fire visuals.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I just want like. What I want to do is put out work that when you see it, like you like, oh, that's fire, or it makes you feel something, or it moves you in some kind of way. That's ultimately what I want to do. Because I feel like when I've seen certain bodies of work, whether it's a movie, a documentary, a music video, sometimes they reach me on a level where I'm like, yo, when you just see something and it's just like, damn, that shit was powerful.
That's a fact.
So
That's a
ultimately, I want to get into doing stuff like that, and I think the bigger picture for me is just venturing out and doing all kinds of like projects on my own, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
On topics and stuff that I find interesting.
Like what type of topics are those? Like if you was to direct a movie right now, what would it be?
Damn, that's a hard ass question. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly don't know. I think if I was to direct a movie, it would probably be I don't know, probably like emotional or something. I don't know. Just because I like I like giving the feels.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm not 100% sure. It's just those type of questions are hard for me because my mind like races to 1,000 things. Like,
so how you get like all those thoughts into like just one idea?
yeah, that's a difficult part. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I mean, ultimately, you could do stuff like trying to write down and narrow down the best ideas that you have, or for me, even though this might sound counterproductive, I just like sitting on ideas. Like I like holding them and then thinking about them constantly and like revisiting them. So like if I have an idea for a video, like whatever, I'll think about it and I'll just leave it in the back of my head and then I'll come back to it later and be like, yo, does this still sound fire to you? How much, like, what else could you add to it? What else, like, stuff like that. So
That's
I like
crazy.
sitting on stuff for a while because I think about it in the long term. And then eventually I'll, like, act on it and be like, all right, I think I got this. Like,
Okay.
You know, it's crazy. I use that same method about my tattoos. Like,
yeah.
if I have an idea, I'll sit with it for like 3 months, and if I still like it, then I'll run with it. Cause that shit forever. So you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah. And like if I put out some work, like, I feel like it's good to just put out stuff, whatever. But then like I like to put thought into it. So it's like it's gonna take me some time. Like the same way for the way you feel about your tattoo. I'm like, if I put this video out there, it's not permanent. I can delete it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like it's still a representation of me.
Yeah. You ever, speaking of deleting, this is a good question to ask. You ever had anybody ask you to delete a specific portion, even though it was fire, whatever the case is, because they didn't want that shit out there?
I gotta have it all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Whether it be for, there's a couple
even
reasons
after
like
you done edited it.
After I done edited it, we don't have to reshoot it again because this and this. It's usually dumb stuff though.
Like,
I wasn't supposed to have this gun in my video.
Why would you have it there? Wasting my time.
Bro, it be like that, bro. It be like
Damn.
that. But it's never usually a waste of time for me. Like,
see, I like how you always stay on that positive vibe. Nothing is a waste of time.
Word.
Everything's an opportunity for me. That's
yeah,
a great
bro.
mindset,
I be
man.
trying like overall, just to keep it positive. Like, this world is crazy, you feel me? Like, you could, and I feel like at the end of the day, like, life is not that complicated. But sometimes if you spend time like dwelling on certain shit, it can be. So if you just keep a positive mindset about 90% of the shit, like, you good.
Say that.
It's negative mindsets that get you into like bad places, to be honest.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And before we start wrapping up and all these stuff, like,
way before we die, I got questions to ask.
oh no, yeah, go ahead. I was gonna ask him some questions too.
So you done a lot of
this is a
music
thorough
videos.
interview. Let me tell you, by the way.
So you got a lot of interviews.
That like is a good interview.
Okay,
Like, y'all ain't come with no 2-3 half-ass questions.
Nah,
like,
man, we never.
Y'all be here breaking this shit down.
Nah, we put time into this.
We like what you was gonna say.
Well, I was gonna say, like, yo, we like talking to our guests. We like having them on our show.
Yeah, I respect
we love New Yorkers because we are New Yorkers, bro. You know, may have all our lives, man. It's like it's really important to speak to the people from the city. It's like it doesn't matter what you do. Like we had DJs. We had people who do events. We had, you know, you're our first photo video and
that's fire.
I can't even speak, guys.
Photographer, yeah.
The drink,
right?
because you sipping on that. Look at that bottle. I'm not even halfway.
We gotta see this progress.
Damn, look. I'm always the worst when it comes to drinking shit.
Nah, how the non-smoker.
Nah, it's just I like drinking stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, but what I was saying is that we like to speak to whoever is in the city that's doing something. Like I want to have like our next thing. I want to have like an artist, like somebody who does painting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want to speak to them and like, yo, like,
I like that trend. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So I was gonna ask you. So like, you've done a lot of music videos.
Yeah.
So have you ever done or has anybody approached you to say like, hey, I want to direct like something that's not a music video?
Yeah. I mean, I get inquiries about stuff that are not music videos all the time, but it's like, you know, like common stuff, like events, stuff like that. So yeah, I do work with stuff that's not. I've even done like small like product commercials for people. Nothing. I'm not talking to like big scale, but I'm saying like people who starting out with brands and stuff and have products and stuff.
Fire.
I've done stuff like that. Yeah, I you know that smoke shop that I did the YouTube video at. I did work for them like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, I definitely step out of that all the time, and I want to do it, but even more like with my personal stuff at some point. Cool. That's why I'm even starting the YouTube channel and stuff like that, just so I could.
Shout out to the YouTube video.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Yeah.
You want to tell them your name real quick? Your YouTube channel?
What is my name? It's literally my name, Nick Reyes. Like, it's my not even the same Nick thing.
He put his whole government out there.
Yeah, I put my whole government, but it's because some of the big YouTubers that I be watching, like I think that's fire. That it just be their name.
They're just like it's simple, clear. It's like they're not trying to be nobody else.
Exactly. It's just your name, and you put your name out there, and this is what you do. Like, I think it's fire.
Tough.
I'm gonna start rocking with Devin then. Shit.
Devin.
Instead of D-Lover.
Devin. All right. So, all right. I'm happy to hear that. Because I got an idea I've been thinking about for a very long time. So just to let you know, I don't know if you got too deep into my situation. So I own a clothing brand.
Fire.
It's called Rich's Dropout. Started about, I think, 4 years now? 4 years now. So I've been like in one thing. I need a video.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that you're here.
Yeah.
On the spot. Because this is real love.
Yeah.
So I've been meaning to speak with somebody who does photos of it and like all of that. So happy you're here because I want to ask you I want to work on this project.
Got you.
And this is why like some of my questions like very like certain topics because I have no idea how I want to go about it.
Yeah.
Like I got like little pictures here, but I need somebody like to direct this. So I'm hoping like we can collab.
For sure, bro.
We can collab and work something out.
That's what I do. Literally.
So that's a deal right there.
Dropout and Saint Nick collaboration.
Because I'm trying to go big. I'm trying to do like a.
That's what I like to hear, bro. I love when people are like, I want to go big. Like that's usually where I'm trying to be at.
Yeah.
Trying to do something, make it be out there. You feel me?
Trust me, bro.
So I also want to ask you, do you got like a logo that you put on your videos?
Yeah,
also?
I do have a logo.
Tough. How it look? Like
it's It's just I don't know how to say it's just it goes quick. It's like a specific font, and then it's like it got like a glitch thing on it, and it says Saint Nick Productions.
Tough.
So it says Saint Nick at first, and I try to put it so it says at Saint Nick. I'll be using two of them, but the one that I like to use the most is it says at Saint Nick Productions. So I just thought of that so that people could just like if they watching it on YouTube, they're like they see that. You don't even because if you put the name like like. When I put that I feel like people could go straight to the gram right there and find me or whatever.
Tough. All right. So soft.
You got anything else?
Nah, that's it, man. I got my thing. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I've been thinking about like when D-Love right here was like, yo, we can have a videographer. I'm like, word. Started thinking, I'm like, damn, I need a video, man.
Yeah,
I back in my head, I'm like, watching the video. I'm like, ask him,
we'll see.
The fact that you make commercials too made me want to do a lighter commercial. Shit, you don't know, man.
You don't know, but
we might see a few shit coming up.
You feel me?
For real.
Network for sure, and I appreciate y'all having me today. Like,
man, it was a pleasure.
Now that's love.
Pleasure.
Sure.
Like,
it's my first podcast appearance. Hopefully, many more in the future. Hopefully, we'll light up again.
We definitely gonna be back. We're gonna run it back a few times. You feel me? But before we close out and everything, what would you rate these drinks over here?
Drinks right now is I would say 9 out of 10. I like the flavor.
9 out of 10.
It's creeping up on me, but you know what? It hasn't. Usually edibles take a little longer, so I'm not gonna fully rate the experience yet because I feel like we're gonna turn this camera off and then I'm gonna be like, yo,
I'm
sauced right now. But I feel alright right now. Like
he could give us the experience rate when he come back. You feel what I'm saying?
Word facts.
What would you rate it, bro?
I'm fucking with it. Since it's lemonade, I gotta give it a 10. 10 out of 10. Since it's lemonade, I like lemonade. You do taste a little bit of the THC. I am feeling a little sauce.
Right?
Yes, sir.
I feel the body. Feels nice and smooth. I
like that you on my timing though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they making me. I might just chug it. You feel me? Might as well since they done with them. You feel me? And videos tend to get shot by Saint Nick.
Yes,
might as well take a shot. You feel what I'm saying? To end the night. So here we go.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, guys, again, if you are watching this video, like, subscribe, follow Saint Nick on YouTube, Instagram. You got TikTok?
Nah, I do not. I gotta hop on that wave. I'm doing bad.
You're gonna get on TikTok. You can follow that TikTok for sure. You already know. Follow us also on Light Up Podcast, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for sure. All right, guys. So I'll see you guys for sure.
And it's Light Up.
It's Light Up, guys.
Word. It's been a pleasure.